Well, Bloomberg has learned that Sanofi may need to raise its bid for Genzyme to $75 a share. This is according to a person familiar with that process. For on the story, let's bring in Bloomberg's Shannon Pettypiece. So a new twist here in this story.
Yes, actually, this belabored courtship between Sanofi and Genzyme keeps going on. If you remember back at the end of August, Sanofi went public with its offer for Genzyme. It said, all right, we're offering $69 a share, and they decided to go public because the Genzyme board and management just wasn't sitting down to talk to them. So they said, well, we're going to have to take our case directly to shareholders to try and convince them.
Right.
And then the Genzyme CEO came out and responded and said, well, $69 a share is not enough. We're not going to sit down and talk to you about that. You know, we're looking for more.
So now, Shannon, they're talking to what, as much as $75 a share?
Well, right, yeah. And Chris Viehbacher, the Sanofi CEO, he was just in town. He was in New York and Boston the past few days meeting with Genzyme investors.
Right.
And now, after those meetings, Genzyme investors are now saying, and these are those, you know, they include Carl Icahn and people. This is coming from people who are familiar with Icahn and his thinking that the company is going to need to do Sanofi is going to need to offer something like $75 a share.
You mentioned Carl Icahn. I mean, he's a key factor in here. He owns a chunk of Genzyme shares,
and he controls two seats out of the 13 on the board. So yeah, he is a very powerful force here that has to be.
You say powerful force. So is he? I mean, he's got a great ability to sway some shareholders here, correct?
Well, yes, and if I think that there's a sense that if Sanofi wants to get this done, they're probably going to have to get Icahn on board, and it's believed that the Sanofi CEO was here meeting with Icahn and his people.
All right,
the past couple days.
So a new chapter in the saga, the ongoing saga. If you, what's next though? What should we be as investors kind of watching out for?
Well, I think now Genzyme said we're not interested in $69. Now Sanofi maybe has an idea that $75 is a starting point. So I think now it's going to have to go back to Sanofi to see if they're willing to raise their offer. So far, it hasn't been much to say on their end.
I mean, bottom line, Shannon, is it thinking that a deal is going to get done ultimately, or it's hard to tell at this stage of the game?
Well, I mean, if anyone knew, that would be great. I mean, the share's been trading around $70.
But do folks think it's a good combination?
Yeah, well, I suppose it depends on who you talk to. A lot of people say they think it's a good combination, but at the right price. The Genzyme shares kind of took a hit because they had some manufacturing issues, and people are saying that at the right price they're interested, and even Genzyme and the board are willing to go.
It always does come down to price, doesn't it?
Yes, that's true. I guess everything's for sale at the right price.
All right, going to leave it on that note. Shannon, thank you.
All right,
Bloomberg News' Shannon Pettypiece.